should have crossed the line. Always breaking rules. Have to put this all behind and start with something new. Cause every time I let you in, I'm losing track of everything. And I don't know how to pretend it's all fine when I'm with you.
We are on our way. We had this concert to attend that we were invited to. We're going to go to dinner afterwards, so which is good. The concert starts at 6 and it's going to take us about an hour 30 minutes to get there. Everywhere is covered in snow. You know what? I was chatting to some people on the internet yesterday, on TikTok actually. Was it yesterday? Yeah. And we're talking about so many things that has happened to people, and I remember something that happened to me when I was in secondary school in Enugu. So I've never used a well before, because where I grew up in Kano, my mom never allowed me to go to a well. And I was pretty young. I was like 11 when I got to that school. One time, the tap water, we didn't have tap water. For some reason, the water authority, we had water problems. So there's a well in the school. Me and my big head went to draw water from this well. So it has like a rod where you put your bucket or whatever you're using to draw the water, then you turn it around to draw the water. And I did it and I fell into this well. I fell into this well. I have forgotten this. This was years ago. I don't know why I remember this yesterday. I fell into this well. Thank goodness there was a senior student that knew me. He always called me Ajebota. In case if you don't know what Ajebota is in Nigeria, it's like when you come from a place where you have softy, you have privilege, kind of. That's the way you explain it. That's what he thinks. But I was really young. The bucket as well was bigger than my actual bucket that I have. I don't know what I was thinking. Luckily for me, I was able to hold on to something because the well had cavities. So I held on to somewhere and he brought me out. So I was shivering. He gave me a towel, I cleaned myself up. He said, go and sleep and just don't come out. It was horrible, but it's funny looking back now. That school is a Catholic boarding school. That's all I'm going to say to you. It was nice. It was a nice experience, but I have forgotten this. My man was just laughing at me because of the story about me falling into a well. But you know what I was just thinking? Actually, I think about this sometimes when certain things happen and you begin to look at the way the world is and how people react to people in relation to a lot of people not having empathy and not caring about other human beings because of the truth does not matter anymore. So there's been so many things that has happened already, and 2026 is pretty new. People justifying things that are harmful that happen to other people because there has to be a reason why someone is just wicked towards you. I swear, as someone who is homosexual, who have come across people that are higgy and haga, the truth does not matter anymore because people will look at things and they will twist it in so many ways that it suits their narrative, and then people will just go with it. I don't want to go into details about some of the things that I have seen this year. Some of them really annoys the crap out of me. Certain people preach about being a Christian, being religious, being closer to God. You know, some of those people who put God first and all of these things. But when it comes to a human being, maybe being unalived, maybe being treated less than, maybe a woman was abused, a child was abused, they will say, why did you dress that way? Why were you there? You're not supposed to be there. That you must have done something wrong, or you must have given that person a reason for that person to treat you the way they treated you, or they will find a reason for you to be in the position that you are in. And look at the things that are happening all over the world. A lot of people who think like this, I am scared of. And people like this only react to things and show concern when it happens to them or it happens to someone that is directly close to them or a relative of them. It is scary out here in this world. I don't even know what to say, if I'm making any sense. Am I making any sense, baby? Yeah, my baby says so. It is wild. Today is what? Today is the 11th of January and so many horrible things has already happened to people. It is crazy. The truth does not matter anymore. Just be careful. That's why I say this to a lot of people. Be mindful of the types of media you consume and the types of things you read and watch. There are so many apps these days that can tell you where the source of the news that you're listening to comes from and things like this. Just be mindful. It's just scary. Baby, what do you think of men who are obsessed with gay people and at the same time say that gay people have chosen to be gay, that is by choice, that you're gay by choice and that you're gay because of money?
It's very simple, isn't it? If you think that it is a choice, then you made a choice, and that means you're bisexual. You won't like to hear it, but that's how it is. If you didn't make a choice because that's just how you are, then you're straight or you're gay. If you made a choice, you're bisexual. And being gay for money, I don't know. But maybe, again, you made a choice.
Where I stand with this, with some of these Nigerian men, the ones that I know who are with women, some of them are not bisexual men. They are just gay men who are using the women to cover up their sexuality. Those ones are repressed at the same time, and they have been told by their pastors and their churches and the Bible that it is bad for you to be gay, so they find it extremely difficult to be gay. This is why I get some of the questions I get sometimes, because a lot of these people are really, really struggling. Of course, I understand what you're saying, but do you think that there are men who are like this but they are bisexual?
I think a lot of them that made the choice to be straight just do so because they can, because they're bisexual. They swing both ways. And I do agree with you, a lot of gay men are just putting on a beard, their wives, to conform to society. And for them it is really horrible, because they cannot live the way they were created. For them it is worse to not conform to society than to conform to their sexuality. But of course, I mean, their whole life is a lie. And of course, they are angry when they see a man or women living their truth selves, having the life that they never allowed themselves, basically because they think society wouldn't allow it. And then if they see somebody who does the things that they would love to do but don't dare to, then they get pissed. Simple.
People are weird. Some Nigerians are so obsessed. Why is it that a lot of you are hypocritical? It's crazy.
They are not strong enough to stand up against society. They are weak people, but they hate it that others are stronger than them. That's my theory.
So you're saying that they are weak and they can't withstand whatever comes to them to be themselves.
Exactly.
And live their life unapologetically. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. Nobody would choose that in the right frame of mind, what you get as a gay person in this world. You get so much shit, subtle or not so subtle, but you get shit on a daily basis. So nobody chooses this. If that's who you are, then that's how and who you are. But a lot of people are not strong enough to take the shit that is thrown at them.
I was born ready. I am ready. I will live my life unapologetically. I will speak the truth. I will be doing what needs to be done. Make sure to go and listen to my podcast. It is called Igbo Queer and Unfiltered Podcast. It is every Tuesday. There's a YouTube channel for it as well. You can listen to the podcast on every podcast platform that you listen to your podcast on. Anyway, let's go. We need to get to our destination. There's traffic. I don't know why, but there's traffic in front of us. Hopefully, it won't be as bad.
Seeing stars, I fall apart. This crush is gonna crush my heart. So lush, I'm loving lying.
We are in the car sitting and waiting because we got here too early. We got here 26 minutes earlier. My boots were so tight. This is the thing. Sometimes when you're trying to do all this fashion, I thought of this actually. I knew this because this has happened before. But I was expecting this to be on my right foot, but then it's on the left foot. It was so tight that we sat down and my man took the shoes off for me. Let me show you. This is the boots. We're going to wait for a bit, and then, baby, do we need to drive up there? Okay, we just walk up to the place. I have a headache already. Anyway, let's just wait. We want to charge our car. This is the thing that happens with the electric car. It is 20% when we go here. So we're going to wait until it is... Baby, how many percent are we going to charge it to? To 50% so that it will take us home. So we have about 13 minutes to get to 50%. The show was, it was okay. It was nice. We finished and then we went to dinner. The food was not great, but I was so hungry. I was so hungry that I was just eating that food. That's what normally happens when I'm hungry and then I'm not really picky because that food was not great. At least I'm not hungry. Why is that the lights everywhere just went off? Did the car turn off? It was what it was anyway. We will charge the car. As soon as we finish charging the car, we will drive back home. We've had a really, really long day today. I am tired. My feet hurts. And I've finally taken off the shoes. I've taken them off. So I'm just going to sit here, relax. Because what I do not want to do is me driving back home and he's driving and then I'm complaining and then I'm feeling uncomfortable. Thank you so much for being here with us. Join the movement for truth, visibility and representation. We are doing what needs to be done. Listen to the podcast. The podcast is called Igbo Queer and Unfiltered Podcast. It is released every Tuesday. I am going to leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. I will see you in the next one.